Thank you, Holly. Welcome all. Welcome to the love and the light that is Unity of Lawrence. I'm very happy and grateful to see you all here today on this Dad's Day or Father's Day and the wonderful heat we're having. Aren't we blessed? As you are all aware, in Unity we begin everything with prayer. Let's take a centering breath and open to the divine in all of us and listen to this prayer. On this day, we dedicate our hearts to peace on earth. We appreciate each individual spiritual journey and the abundant blessings bestowed upon us. In unity with all who seek to express freedom, joy, and transformation, we welcome our divine inheritance as creators. We come from love, as love, to be love. In harmony with the truth, with this truth, we live to the best of our ability with a peaceful mind, a peaceful heart, and a peaceful spirit. And so it is. Amen. Our prayer chaplains are trained to hold sacred space and pray with you one-on-one. If there's anything in your heart to be held in prayer, we invite you to see Diane will be here following the service up here in the front of the sanctuary. And now please join us in singing Sacred Love. Stand, please.
You are sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, God is all that you are. You are deepest joy is all that you are. You are deepest joy, God is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. Y'all sound beautiful this morning. Let's turn and greet each other. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love is all that you are. We're saying you are blessed peace. You are blessed peace, Blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace. Blessed peace is all that you are. You are deepest joy. You are deepest joy. Deepest joy is all that you are. You are deepest joy. Deepest joy is all that you are.
Thank you, thank you. Now it's time for Unity Intentions. Please affirm with me Unity's founding principle. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. And now our Unity of Lawrence vision statement. United in divine love and joy, we celebrate a peaceful and abundant world for all. And now our Unity of Lawrence mission statement. We are a thriving spiritual community, sharing love, building bridges, and inspiring transformation. Thank you. Now please welcome our special guest, musical guest, Harmony Level.
Glad to be here today. I'm trying to listen to that voice deep inside. Excuse me, sorry. And honor her when she wants to go run and hide and realize it's all just a deeper sign of a need that needs met, covered by ego and pride. And when we get there, we will know. Excuse me, sorry. And when we get there, we will know. So I say goodbye to my pride, where the ego resides, and it's okay to let it go. Oh, it's okay to let it go. It's okay to let it go. And I forgive myself for getting who we are, and I forgive you for remembering. And as this world spins and we begin again, just remember to hear and feel it all. Cause when we get there, we will know. Oh, when we get there, we will know. So I say goodbye to my pride, where the ego resides, and it's okay to let it go. It's okay to let it go. It's okay to let it go. So this compassion shines through. It's all that's left to do. Just walk up to the mirror and say, I love you. But it's the hardest thing to chew. That's really all been you, but it's okay to let it show. Oh, it's okay to let it show. It's okay to let it show. So I say goodbye to my pride, where the ego resides, and it's okay to let it go. And it's okay to let it go. It's okay to let it go. And I forgive you for getting who we are, and I forgive myself for remembering. And as this world spins and we begin again, we're here to heal and feel it all. And it's okay to let it show. It's okay to let it show. It's okay to let it show. And it's okay to let it show. It's okay to let it
Thank you, Harmony. Jay Pryor is a truth seeker, spiritual practitioner, performer, author, keynote speaker, podcaster, entrepreneur, sibling, husband, and Maddie. Certainly is. And a grateful member of Unity of Lawrence. Welcome, Jay.
Good morning. You know, there's so much synchronicity if I'm awake to it all the time. Harmony is a love of mine. We have a love affair. There's no, like, we don't even see each other. We have not seen each other. I don't remember last time I saw you was here, right? But when we are together on this platform, we're always one. And everything that she just sang about is everything I experienced this morning. everything I experienced this morning. So thank you for letting me be here. My name is Jay Pryor. If you don't know me, I'm a grateful member of this congregation. And I have been doing a compassion series, a series on self-compassion. And we've gotten to have Sharon Dwyer also on that self-compassion journey and sharing with us. And the whole time I've been sharing this self-compassion journey, there have been other speakers that are synchronistic. And one of the things that I appreciate and love about coming and having a practice as a spiritual practitioner is coming every day and picking up new nuggets, right? New nuggets along the way that then help me, enhance and expand myself. So that is, a lot of us believe that that's why we're here. It's just to expand ourselves. And Unity of Lawrence has been on a journey of expansion and really focused on expansion in the last couple of years. And really, boy, since I've been having this self-compassion journey, we expanded it. And so I want to just first appreciate and acknowledge you for who you are and for continuing to come here and just being in this conversation of expansion. And this is really leading edge conversation, right? You really have to get, though, with all the chaos and stuff that's going on in the world, to be people who are in here willing to show up and be the light is powerful, right? It's something else, right? It's leading edge. It's on the leading edge. And so I just want to first acknowledge and appreciate you for being those people and for being in that conversation. I am someone who today is Maddie's day in my house. So if you don't know me, I was assigned female at birth. They looked at my genitals and said, it's a girl. And my name was Janet. And it's a long story, but that's not there anymore. But the bottom line is I'm not a man or a woman. I'm a Maddie, which is a mom daddy. And so my kids, one of them calls me Maddie, one calls me Jay for the most part. But today's Maddie's day. And so I also want to give a shout out to all the butch parents and the dads and people who may play that other role, but don't necessarily have the genitals to go along with it. So there's a whole new world out there. We're also in the middle of Pride. So I am a member of the LGBTQIA community, and it's Pride Month. And so it's just, all the good reasons why I'm here. And I'm delighted to be here today. So I want to go over a review of my self-compassion series. We started out with this notion, first of all, to commit. And anytime you go into any kind of program, mine included, the first step is usually to make a commitment, right? To just really declare. And there's something in a declaration, right? Everything starts with a declaration. We started our country with a Declaration of Independence, right? We declare something, we write it down, we say it's going to happen. It's a line in the sand. It gives us an opportunity to declare something. When you get married to somebody, you declare it, right? We say, I declare, I'm going to be with you, right? So we declare things. So the first step was to commit to it. But one of the things to commit to is to this understanding that this is going to go on forever, right? This isn't like, I'm going to commit to this and next week I'll be done. It's learning to love yourself and have compassion for yourself and to step into alignment and be the light and all the things that we're working towards is forever. This is forever. This isn't going to be like, I got it solved. There's going to be days when you get bucked off the horse, as I like to say, where you just get thrown, right? And it's like, oh, pull the covers up over my head. I'm not going to be the light today at all. My light is going to be dim today, right? And that's okay. It's okay because the whole idea is that this is forever. So the first step was just to commit to it, right? We commit to the process. And then the other overarching commitment was this notion of what I call the safety rule, right? And the safety rule is the idea that we are wired up for our safety, right? They call it the polyvagal theory in the world of neuroscience and psychology and therapy and all those. And I'm not a therapist, but I understand it enough to know that we are wired up and that our wiring comes from all the things that we've lived through, good, bad, indifferent, doesn't matter. It's not, some of it's trauma, some of it's jolly good, but boy, it freaked us out. Who knows? We don't know, right? We don't know why. But the idea is that every way you are, every way you talk, every way you be is wired in you for your own safety. And so how can you not have compassion for that? And how can you not be gentle with yourself? If all of these ways you be, even your ornery ways and your, over the top ways, and, your naive ways, all of those ways of being, all those things that you do, all the ways that you are for your safety. So how can you not have compassion for that? So that was an overarching theme that I asked you to commit to. This overarching theme of like, we're just going to dial in the compassion. So along the way, Martha Creek spoke here last week. One of the nuggets she gave us was coming from your innocence. Because see, guilt is an emotion that comes up in us a lot. And for somebody who was raised Catholic, like I was, and for my older siblings who were raised the kind of Catholic where they went to Catholic church with nuns and the whole nine, like guilt is so wired into them that they can't even think about doing something for themselves before they're like, oh God, I'm guilty, right? I mean, it's unbelievable, right? The wiring that can come from our culture, right? And so when that guilt emotion kicks in, one of the things that Martha Creek gave us last week, and if you missed that, go watch it, people. Go watch the Zoom. But one of the things she gave us was the idea of innocence, right? If you could start training yourself to think, I did that in my innocence. I didn't do that in my guilt. I'm not guilty. I did that in my innocence. And so that was a tool that Martha gave us along the way. But this overarching notion of compassion and starting to retrain ourselves to be compassionate has to start with mindfulness. And so I brought up Kristen Neff's work, and Sharon Dwyer has brought up Kristen Neff's work all along the way, been giving us these nuggets of Kristen Neff. And she's a woman that studies self-compassion. And the very first piece is to have to be mindful enough to even know that you're doing this, right? You have to be mindful of the things that you do. You have to be mindful of the way you talk to yourself. You have to pay attention enough to go, wow, is that what I want to think, right? Or is that the story I want to tell, right? Because, I'm a coach, so I'm always working with people to understand that there's what happened, and then there's our story about what happened, right? Somebody said 4 words to me, like, I can't talk right now. And I'm like, oh God, they hate me. I know they hate me, right? And then I go enroll my siblings. That person hates me. My siblings can be easily enrolled with me. They're like, of course they hate you. I hate them. We'll put a curse. We'll put a hex on them, right? I mean, we've done this, by the way. People have been hexed. Those hexes have been removed from what I understand. So my point is, this is what we do when somebody says, I can't talk right now, right? We do this because we're human. Somebody says, I can't talk to you. And it's like, oh God, we make up a big story. But we have to dial into mindfulness, right? In order to be able to catch the story. So that's the first step, right? And then we dial in uber kindness, that compassion. And I say, take it to gentleness, right? That's the other thing Martha Creek talked to us about last week is some of the violence in our own words, right? Being able to say, people just can't get along, right? And think about how violent that is in our own language, right? And how that ripple kind of goes out into the whole world, right? We are the light of the world. So our light then resonates. It's about to fall off the tip of the world here. Anyway, my point is, to really start dialing in as gentle as we can with ourselves, be so gentle. And then all of this, of course, is underneath our major truth principle in unity, that there is only one presence and one power in the universe. And that's when I say, and I forgot to mention this. I forgot when I'm talking. When I say God, you say love. When I say Lord, you say law, right? I say Lord, you say law. I say God, you say love, right? So there is only one power and presence in the world, and that's God, the source of all good, And so if there's only one presence, that means we're it and we're a part of it. So continually dialing in that major truth and then being mindful of the mind bombs that are going to come at you, right? With the wiring. So then lastly, I asked you to acknowledge that truth and this knowing of spirit, because the spirit, the inner being within us, and that spirit, and being able to use, and I asked you to use your imagination to dial in spirit, because that's how we access spirit, is through our imagination, right? And so we access spirit through our imagination, but our mind is always going to go, it's just your imagination, right? It's always going to do that to you. So you can say, please, universe, give me a sign so I know what it is. And a sign can go, do this now. And you go, well, it's just my imagination. I mean, it's just, so you can do that all day. But it's way more fun to let yourself have the imagination, right? It's way more fun to just give yourself into the imagination. And that is where, I promise you, when Harmony was just speaking about where what I have had some, what I would assert are, there are no words. I have had some mystical experiences, for lack of a better word, in that boundary between letting go of this, of letting go of my ego enough to be able to just go into spirit. And there is this border that I know about now that has this going, is this real? What's real? I don't know. But then bam, when I can get into just blank and I'm in spirit, I know when I'm there. I know when I'm there. And Harmony did it spoke it so eloquently that is the experience I have. And when I let myself have my imagination and go with my imagination, it feels so good. And when I have and use my imagination, we have a team, right? You have a team of ancestors and people and spirits and all folks and light beings in the universe that you want to imagine that are there to support you and love you on this journey. And so all this way, we're dialing in this new layer after layer of self-compassion that I assert for myself is taking me to a new place of where before it's like, oh yeah, I got to look in the mirror and say, I love you. It's like, it's not a chore anymore, right? And I have gone from profound hatred of myself. You want to get that I was a suicidal youth. I came out of the closet out of a psychiatric unit, people, right? I was a suicidal youth who hated my own guts. And I will tell you that on a complete realm that I cannot comprehend, I love myself as the light that I am, not the J that I am, right? And so what I want you to know is when I step into my knowing of myself as light, one of the ways and areas that I do that is in my work, because I am a master in the art of living. And when you look at me, you don't know whether I'm working or playing, because I'm doing it all the time. And in my work, I coach people. And when I am my greatest light, when I am being my greatest, by seeing the light in you and seeing the light in other people. And I've had my own business for 16 years, coaching people into being their light and watching them create magnificent things. And I don't want to brag, but people pay me a lot of money to do that. Okay. Executives pay me a lot of money to hold them accountable to be their highest, best self. So what's next on this self-compassion track is to start dialing in a new level of integrity. Because we have been giving up that you're wrong. We've been dialing in the compassion like crazy. And I don't want you to stop that. I want you to give up making yourself wrong for everything. But there's also a time when it's time to start saying, and now what I want to create. And now we have to start creating a strong personal foundation for you to be able to create from. And a foundation is built on integrity. So the foundation of this building, the integrity of this building, is we are dependent upon that. If this foundation crumbles, we're in trouble right now. As a human being, we have to dial in a strong personal foundation then to be able to jump off and create the things that we want to create. And one of those is abundance in our lives. And so we create part of the things that gets in the way of abundance is this self-loathing and all this crap that we do to ourselves, right? So we've been chipping away at that, and we're starting to vibe, and you're starting to give up that stuff and get in alignment. So now it's time to start really learning and getting in alignment with the law. There's a course called The Keys to the Kingdom. When I first took this course, it blew my mind. At the time, they asked me to tithe, and I thought, these people are crazy. They want me to put 10% of my income? They wanted me to give them 10% of my income? And I was a baby coach, not a baby coach, I was pretty young as a coach, and I was not making very much money. And so the first tithe check for a monthly tithe that I wrote, I said to the pastor, do I tithe on my net or my gross? Like what do I do? He goes, how much abundance do you want? I'm like, oh God. So I wrote a check and it was like $200 and some, and that was my month, right? Now, I want you to know that it wasn't by the time I finished that course, but that course inspired me and gave me a foundation. Within 6 months, I was writing tithe checks to this church that were like that pretty much every week. Now, I will tell you that I've pretty much stayed there and I'm done. I'm ready to hit another level of abundance. But what I know is I know how to do that. I know how to do that. And one of the ways I do that is I get in alignment with the law. And the thing I love about this course called The Keys to the Kingdom is a foundational course in the law. And when I say the law, what I mean is the laws of the inviolable laws of the universe. So I want you to close your eyes for just a second. I want you to see a rainbow or a spectrum. You've all seen them, a rainbow or a spectrum. And I want you to think the words Roy G. Biv. It's not really a word, it's kind of a mumble. Roy G. Biv. Roy G. Biv. Now, those are the colors of the rainbow. Who wants to say what they are? Red, Roy, red, orange, yellow. Okay, now in your mind, take the violet and stick in the middle. Can you? It's hard, right? Does it work? It's weird, right? Here's the thing, you can come back to me. Here's the thing. There is a spectrum in the universe. Always shows up that way. Isn't that something? It always shows up that way. You cannot see a rainbow in a different order. You cannot. You cannot see a prism in a different order. It is always Roy G. Biv, right? And so what that means is there is an order, there is an alignment to the universe. And the laws of circulation, the law of attraction, helps us dial in and get alignment with that law. And the course, The Keys to the Kingdom, teaches us and helps us dial in that law. Now, what I want you to get is that the Keys to the Kingdom, what we're going to charge for the Keys to the Kingdom is like $50 for people who come to this church on a regular, $100 if for people who are out there who know me, right, who'll come in. But people who attend here on a regular basis, we're going to charge you $50. Now, I'm 16 years as a master coach. Okay, I've had a business for 16 years coaching people, and I'm going to be the one facilitating this course. So there's a program in the back, and the first line of this program says, Unity of Lawrence invites you to a special 7 course entitled The Keys to the Kingdom with facilitator Jay Pryor. That's me. So here's what I want you to know. If you would be up for having somebody, a coach like me, hold you accountable to be in the biggest light that you can be, I invite you to get into that course. Now, this is not a course for the faint of heart. If you want to be, this is not a, like, my friend Ron and I joke, I always say people don't wake up and go, I'm just going to half-ass my day. And so Ron always texts me and says, I'm going to half-ass my day today. So, because some people do wake up and say, I'm going to half-ass my day. So you can, what I want you to know is how you do this course is how you do the rest of how you do your whole life. No matter what you do, you're going to grow and expand inside this course. And it's a rigorous course because, man, if you dial in the rigor, do you dial in the abundance and do you dial in the results? And so what I want you to know is, in addition to what this course already brings to you, what I bring to you is my wholehearted willingness to put my foot in it as your coach and as your leader and as someone sees you as nothing but the light that you are. And so I hope that that will intrigue you enough to start getting that we are leading to something in this self-compassion. It is not just about having self-compassion for yourself and, which is great, self-compassion for yourself, but what do you want to create? And what do you want for yourself? What do you want for your life? What do you want to be and resonate in the world? Because that's where this is headed. And that's what I'm up for. And I've already created a ton of cool things in the world, right? And I'm ready for a new level of abundance myself. And so I'm super excited about this course. What this course is, what we do in here is learn to not resist, right? We're all about giving up the resistance and getting in alignment. And one of the things that I know is I am in alignment with my assignment right now. And my assignment right now is to be as authentic as I possibly can and be the light and give up everything else, right? Give up all the ego and get into being who I truly am. And then my biggest knowing of myself is when I'm being that, the best I'm being that is when I'm seeing the light in you. And when I'm holding you accountable for you being your greatest light. So I am really inspired and excited about this course. We're going to have registration open like next week, but there will be a handout at the back because I want you to start looking at your calendar. Like get this course and look at your calendar, put the dates in your calendar and don't schedule over them. If you want a new level of abundance, you want a new level of prosperity, you want a new level of knowing yourself, put your foot in this course with me and I guarantee you powerful results in your life. I guarantee you powerful results in your life. And you can guarantee yourself powerful results. So we'll have a handout at the back. And in the meantime, I'm going to put us into a meditation again, where we're starting to use our imagination to dial back into spirit. Because see, you have a team with you on this journey. And if you haven't met them yet, let's go. Oh, wait, do you want to sing first? Do you want to sing us in the meditation? Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry. Let Harmony sing us into meditation, then I'll come up and we'll go. I'll sit up here actually.
This stool's awkward. When I sit down and I meditate, sends ripples throughout this time and space. It even finds its way to the place where my wounds hide themselves at home. But I put on this strong suit, show up for all of me, the light and the dark and the parts you won't see. Take the next level, my integrity. I'm walking myself back home. Walking myself back home. I'm walking myself back home. These shadows are my blankets. Keep me warm at night. My follies blow with the wind and it gives me flight. This broken-hearted child heals and it gives me the sight to find my own way home. To find my own way home. To find my own way home.
The light in you. To take time to get yourselves in a place you'd like to be still for a little bit. I'm going to invite you to allow your imagination. We're going to start by grounding ourselves whatever part of your body works for you. I don't care, however you're sitting. Grow some roots out of you. I like my feet. Grow roots out of my feet. Bust down through the roots, bricks of this building, down through the earth and the sediment and the rock, water and silt. You can see the bugs and the silt and the water running. And as your roots break through, they collect all this beautiful earthy goodness down to the heart of the mother, down to the core of the earth. Anchor yourself there. Wrap yourself around that core. Get yourself anchored. And then feel that good energy coming back up. Feel that good earth energy coming back up to you. Back up through the earth and through the rock and through the silt. Back up through this building and into you. Feel that good earth energy coming up into your body and grounding you and planting you. Get yourself grounded and planted. Focus now on your crown chakra, the tip of your head. Just imagine a lavender light coming through. It's healing. Feels like, when I have the Holy Spirit come through me, and I have a powerful love affair and relationship with the Holy Spirit, when it comes into me, it feels warm. I can feel it right now. It feels warm and it feels like sunshine. Now it's coming down over your head and your crown chakra, over your third eye, and down your face. It's like warmth. Down over your mouth and into your throat chakra, covering it, enveloping it, down to your heart chakra. As it hits your heart chakra, it just bursts open like shutters flying open, and you're there grounded in this light. And inside this light is all the love and all the compassion you could ever imagine for yourself. If you could imagine how much you could love your baby, your child, if you could take that times 10,000. This is the love that is your inner being, that is you. This is who you are. But I don't want you to take it from me. I want you to invite now, this time, I'm going to invite some folks in. We're going to invite folks who used to come to this church. Everyone is welcome. We invite our ancestors in. Anybody you'd like to be with you, anybody who is a light being that is good and right for you. I want you to invite them to come and be around you. So you are surrounded. So they just keep coming in. Ancestors and light beings and masters. Buddha, Jesus, Krishna. As the room fills up, I want you to really, really just now take a moment to thank these people. Thank these beings. Thank this light that is there for you all the time. It's right there for you to say, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry I haven't acknowledged you. And it's right there for you to say that. I want you to let that go. There's no sorry. You are sinless and you are light and you are innocence. And there's no sorry, no need to be sorry. They're right there all the time, just loving you and waiting for you. Now I want you to imagine that there's somebody there that has something to say to you. And especially around this notion of what's next for you. How do we dial in this self-compassion and integrity? How do we Time for me to be quiet. It's time to just listen. There's a message for you here. Take another second to say thank you again. Just thank you. The real knowing that it's here for you every day, anytime, anytime. You want to take a moment and come to this place. It's right here in your imagination, with spirit. And this is the place that's impenetrable. It's impenetrable. Spirit never, ever, ever will fail you. As we say thank you, goodbye, and we start to come back into this now moment. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Come back in here. There was a song that was from either Hair or Godspell or Jesus Christ Superstar. You all would know. One of you will know, and a lot of you will know this song. But when my children were babies, and I often was in that world of resisting their greatness because I didn't know what to do half the time. And in the power of spirit, one day I had a knowing that come to me that my children are the light of the world. And the song that came to me that I remember often and want to leave you with. And I want you to, if you can sing it with me, I'm going to use the word law, just so you know, because I want you to think of that spectrum, because I'm not kidding. This is real. This is a law. This is not, I mean, part of being a metaphysician is understanding the law. And that's what we do in here. And so sometimes whenever I need to let go and surrender, because that's what this is all about for the most part, I remember, prepare ye the way of the law. Prepare ye the way of the law. Remember that boom, da boom, da boom, da boom, da. Prepare ye the way of the law. Right? And I see my kids there in that light and that law and that, right? And that, so you are. Prepare you the way. Thank you.
into it. Not gonna cry. No, I'm crying. And I'm not the only one. Sending up a prayer for the highest good of all. Surrender to the flow. The universe hears the call. The path of least resistance is where the energy will fall. Just take a leap of faith. How small? 'Cause we believe the universe exists in perfect harmony. Oh, we believe the things are unfolding how they're meant to be. We believe the vibration I put out will come back to me. Oh, we believe there's enough for everyone unconditionally. Unconditionally. It's the natural law of the universe. It's our true essence. It's like living in a dream, but it starts to make sense. What you get is what you give, and what you give gets spent. And when you find yourself in flow, oh, there's no resistance. 'Cause we believe the universe exists in perfect harmony. Oh, we believe things are unfolding how they're meant to be. Oh, we believe the vibration I put out will come back to me. Oh, we believe there's enough for everyone unconditionally. Unconditionally. So don't worry about the how, just know that it can be. Open up the doors, possibilities of the ways and which means abundance can come to me. Let go of my limiting thoughts of what I think it should be. 'Cause we believe that the universe exists in perfect harmony. Oh, we believe the things are unfolding how they're meant to be. Oh, we believe vibration I put out will come back to me. Oh, we believe there's enough for everyone unconditionally. Unconditionally. I'm sending up a prayer, oh, the highest good of all. Surrender to the flow. The universe hears our call. The path of least resistance is where the energy will fall. We take this leap of faith, 'cause we can have it all. And we believe the universe exists in perfect harmony. Oh, we believe, the things are unfolding how they're meant to be. Oh, we believe, the vibration I put out will come back to me. Oh, we believe, everyone unconditionally. I wrote that at 1 o'clock this morning.
Thank you, Harmony. Thank you, Jay. Let me find my place. Here we are. As our ushers come forward for our time of thanks, I invite you to join me as we hold our gifts to this community in our hands and love in our hearts. Let's affirm together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. As the love offering is collected, let's join Holly in singing, Where I Sit is Holy.
Where I sit is holy, holy is the ground. Forest, mountain, river, listen to the sound. Great Spirit circles all around me. And Great Spirit circles all around me. Who I am is holy, holy are we. Body, thought, emotion, connecting you and me. Great Spirit circles all around me. And Great Spirit circles all around me. What I do is holy, holy is my way. Work and play together, celebrate the day. Great Spirit circles all around me. Great Spirit circles all around me. Great Spirit circles all around me.
As our ushers come forward, here's our prayer of thanks. Please listen. We are grateful and we bless the flow of good that supports our Unity community. We bless the givers who give their time, talent, and treasure. We stand in the knowing that the flow of good goes forth only to return again and again, and so it is. Amen. All right, announcement time. A special welcome to our guests today. Thank you for joining us. If you would like more information about the Unity movement and Unity of Lawrence, pick up a welcome packet in the lobby. Please welcome our board president, Kathy Pryor, to the stage for a brief summary.
My goodness, it's so good to be here. I am Kathy Pryor, number 7 of 9, number 8, and number 9. No 10. Mom stopped at 9. What a wonderful service today. Harmony, your voice is so crystal clear. I just love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Jay. It was a wonderful day. And of course, as always, Holly. What we've decided is that after the board meeting, once a month, I'm going to come up here and just tell you what's going on. We want to make sure that you all feel like you know what we're doing. And sometimes it's hard with the board. We're working, and we forget how we're communicating, what we're communicating. As you all know, we have the e-newsletter that goes out. We've got the bulletin board up there, but I just wanted to let you know Everything is going great. We had a wonderful board meeting last week. Since we talked in December about our financial situation, we are doing so much better. We got to keep it up, but we are doing so much better. Currently, we have $20,000, well, almost $21,000 in our savings account. And yeah, it's really good, y'all. I mean, compared to where we were a year ago, for those of you who know. And we have about $4,000 in our checking account. I want to let you know that School of Love will continue to rent our building. So that's a very big blessing for us. Honestly, it takes care of probably 2/3 of our mortgage every month. So that's really very special. And as you can see, the board has been very hard at work. We're planning lots of activities. Jay talked about the Keys to the Kingdom. We have a retreat coming up July 16th out at the Fairchild Retreat Center, which is, of course, Cheryl Miller's retreat center. It's a wonderful place out there. And we've got a concert coming up pretty soon. Matt is coming on the 29th of July. So we will have lots of information going out about that. We're also starting a member-to-member bulletin board. What we're discovering sometimes is that we're small, but we still sometimes need help with communication. So as an example, we have a woman from Tonganoxie who would love to join us at church, but she does not have a car. So we're going to see if we can help her by putting her information up on the bulletin board, member to member, so that if there's anyone out there that we just don't even realize they're coming from Tonganoxie, they could perhaps give her a ride. So that's an example of why we are doing that. We're also starting a staff spotlight. It occurs to us that the people who run this place, it's so important for you all to know. We know, the board knows because we're here and we see them working. But we're starting, of course, with our own Holly Taylor, and we have her photo and bio in the front. We're going to try to work on making it a little bit more noticeable. It's our first time to do it, but we will be doing that every month. So we're real excited to make sure that you all know our staff members. And I think that's it for today, unless anyone has any quick questions. Otherwise, you can see me after the service. All right. Board members, please stand up because it's important people to know who you are, the ones who are here. John's here. Bill Roger is here. We have lots of board members that don't happen to be here today. Lots going, I think, with Maddie Day, Father Day. With that, thank you so much. It's good to see everybody.
Thank you. The lunch bunch is going to Jason's Deli at 3140 Iowa Street. All are welcome. Our weekly meditation group meets on Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. in the sanctuary. Everyone is welcome. There is also an online meditation on Tuesday mornings. The Zoom link and more information is in the foyer. Come early and join us Sunday mornings for a time of fellowship at 10:30 a.m. downstairs. Enjoy fresh coffee and treats with your Unity community. Bill Roger is offering a meditation retreat embracing the 5 principles of unity on Saturday, July 16th at the Fairchild Wellness Center in Overbrook, Kansas. The retreat will be from 10 a.m. to about 4 p.m. and is open to everyone. Please bring your own lunch. See Phil or Cheryl Miller for more information. Save the date. Keys of the Kingdom class, Thursdays from 6:30 to 8 p.m. on July 14th, 21st, 28th, August 11th, 18th, 25th, and September 1st. There's more about this in the foyer. Jay Pryor will be leading this class. Online registration opens soon. Please join us next Sunday when Reverend Stephanie Barton brings us the message, Open Sesame. Special music with Folk in the Flow. Now it's time to sing in our youth. Yay, youths.
You are walking in the light, in the light, and the light. You are walking in the light of God. And the light, 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 in the light of God.
Good morning. So downstairs we talked about Juneteenth and how God gives us protection, and anything that doesn't believe in us being free is not in the spirit of God. And we watched a video of a book called Juneteenth for Maisie. And it talked about Maisie's family and like her heritage and how her grandpa was enslaved and how he became free. And so we just talked about that kind of stuff. And we did an art project that showed us how the protection of God shines through.
Excellent, excellent. Now, congregation, it's time to bless our youth. Rub your hands together. Say with me, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you.
You gonna say it, something? I'll say it with you. You want me to say it in the mic? Okay, ready? Congregation, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. We behold the divinity in you. Good job.
And now let's sing the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God our Creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous hour. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let the